Just a quick little note here. While this probably would not be my first choice, I took some of the dough from my last French bread expedition. It's probably not the right word. And there's a long story behind this. I placed some chunks of dough into tin pie, a tin pie plate, and that's the best picture I guess I'm going to get. These are warm, fresh bread rolls. This would not be my first choice of what I would use for a bread roll, but I have done this a couple times now, and I got a report today that what kind of what kind of bread was that? Was that anyways? I got questions about from a family member about what was in that pan because that person had eaten the whole thing and thought they would like to have more. So I had some my third batch of French bread dough. I was in a hurry when I was trying to leave for the temple yesterday, and my third batch of French bread dough, I just covered it with a dry cloth, which was a mistake, but I was in a big hurry and threw it through the mixing bowl for my KitchenAid mixer in the refrigerator. I'm sorry, I'm starting to get tired. Threw it in the refrigerator, and so it was kind of crusty on the top, and I didn't want to mix the dried part of the dough in with the rest of the part of the dough, so I just grabbed chunks of it out and put the dry upward and the moist part of it downward, and you can't smell them, but I'm sure that they will suffice. So I was able to save my dough, put the rest of it, I'm sorry, put the rest of it in aluminum foil with some nonstick spray and a little bit of butter, and put the rest of the dough in the freezer for a loaf of French bread on another day. So I will let you know how that frozen dough turns out later, but not my first choice, but apparently it, I can't turn this around. Apparently it turned out better than I thought it did. So just a little heads up. I was not able to get my comment posted on the cutting video, but one of the YouTubers left a web address for instructions on how to root the grapevines, and I went there and read that and found another site as well, and had a lot of great information on the one that was I remember the name of ECC something. That's how the web address started, but I was able to find a lot of good information there on why my cuttings are not rooting yet. And also found another website, Bunch, B-U-N-C-H, grapes, grapes.com, and they actually have root cuttings for $1.30 each, and all kinds of varieties, including seedless table grapes. Lots of different kinds of seedless table grapes. So apparently you get them in the mail, and then you need to root them and get them ready for putting in the ground. I'm a little more confused. The more I read, sometimes I get a little more confused, but I think I understand part of it better. So you could have all different kinds of jam to put on your warm, fresh bread rolls. These would not be good if you hung on to them overnight to the next day. They dry out really quickly because there is no oil in that French bread recipe. And for those of you that haven't tried it, it's in Great Depression video 5 on this channel, and there's more information there. So you can have all different kinds of jam on your warm fresh bread rolls. Same with the French bread. It's good when it first comes out of the oven and for a few hours thereafter, and it gets dry pretty quick, so you need to keep it covered, and then you can slice it and microwave it for 10 or 12 or 15 seconds a slice, and it still bounces back pretty good for a day or two, but it's better to make it in smaller batches or freeze the dough, which I will report on later. I haven't always had real good results with that. I haven't done it much at all. But it's better off when eaten warm. It's really good warm. It has no oil, no fats of any kind. Very inexpensive. But apparently it was more well received than I thought, because I got a specific request for more, so I was able to produce more. Like I said, you can't smell it. The higher quality flour you use, the better it comes out. And again, if any of you live where there are Spartan stores, the Spartan bread flour is the best I have found any place. I use the Warehouse Club flour, but I don't love it. It's fine, but I don't love it. I use the bread flour. Thank you. I think I'm going to have a nap now. Have a good day.